What is this lifted Camry looking thing? Well, they call it the 2023 Toyota Crown Limited. Now, this is a hybrid car, and we're gonna take a look at the interior, the exterior, the powertrain, and of course, we're gonna take it for a spin, but first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Life is too short to drive boring cars!
Now, this actually isn't a lifted car. This is the fully reimagined full-size sedan from Toyota that's replacing the Toyota Avalon. But I mean, look at this thing. It looks like an SUV and a sedan kind of had a baby. I mean, it kind of looks like a crossover. Now, this is a hybrid model, of course, and it's in supersonic red. And believe it or not, it does have the same ground clearance as the Toyota Camry. Now, the price comes in at an MSRP of $48,925. So let's just take a look at this exterior really quick. All right, starting off strong, we have these quad LED multi-beam headlights, which looks so good. It looks super futuristic. I love that. We also have our daytime running light that goes all the way down on top of the grille. Super awesome touch. Of course, you have your Toyota badge right here. I know some people were looking forward to the Crown logo, but nonetheless, the Toyota badge is here, and I think it looks pretty good. Now, what I don't think looks pretty good is this grille here. It's a fake grille. So it's just a piece of flat trim. You can't see into it. It's kind of weird, but whatever. We do have our parking and driving sensors with our 360 cameras hidden inside here. I do like that. I think that's very interesting. Of course, we have black trim, more black trim, some chrome accents. Looking really good, very futuristic. I really like in this car. And so moving down over here to the wheels, we are sitting at 21-inch metallic alloy rims, which 21 I think is the perfect size for a vehicle like this, giving it that unique look of kind of like a crossover SUV sedan, just a big full-size reimagined sedan. So moving on just a little bit further, we have, of course, these black side mirrors with your LED lights in there. Chrome, black, a different shade of black, a little bit unusual, but this isn't a sport model, so I don't expect to see, uniform black all around. It still looks fantastic. If you look at the doorknobs here, there is no keyhole to put your key in, so very nice, sleek design. And then moving down over here, what are the purpose of these little things here? Personally, I like it. I like fun and weird stuff in cars, and I think that's a really nice touch, maybe for aerodynamics, maybe just for fun, but whatever, I think that's pretty cool. So we also have our smoked tail lights. I'm loving the rear design. I mean, it looks sporty, it looks just unique, and I just love that. It's got this, I almost want to say like a carbon fiber-esque, but it's totally not carbon fiber, but it's just a textured, metallic black. I just love that. And of course you have your Crown logo, all-wheel drive logo, all the badges you need, nice and neat here in the rear. Now, one thing that is interesting is on the trunk, normally there's, a little button under here to open it up. Now there is a spot to rest your hand, but you push, nothing happens. Well, actually the button to open it is a little bit further down. It's a little button. So that's, unique and interesting. But opening it up, we have 15 cubic feet of space. So pretty decent size. I mean, 4 bodies at least. But anyway, looking up under here, we actually have a rear tire, which is unique for these new vehicles. A lot of the hybrids are just coming with nothing under there. Maybe some parts of like the battery are exposed, but no, here you get the full kit. You are ready to change a tire if need be. We also have our pull down tab for the rear seats, 60/40 on the seats. And that's pretty much it for the rear. One of the last things I want to mention is we do have 2 exhausts that are hidden up under here, but if you look close enough, you can see them down there. And I believe those are functional, unlike the Hondas that we've had that either have 1 working exhaust, 1 fake, or just completely nothing. This has 2 functional exhausts. And last thing I want to mention here is come take a quick look at this. This is really, really weird. I don't know what kind of light that is, maybe the turning signal, but it's not just a regular flat piece of plastic. It actually extends outward like I can grab onto it. Now, again, it's super weird, probably serves no purpose, but I love it. It's great. All right, so let's go take a look at what's under the hood. All right, taking a look under the hood, we do have a pop rod, so -1 point for this luxury vehicle. Anyway, we are looking at a 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder with electric motors to put you at a combined power of 236 horsepower. Now, the miles per gallon is rated 42 miles per gallon city, 41 highway, for a combined 41 miles per gallon. Now, you do have the option to get a 2.4 liter turbocharged inline 4 that gets you 340 horsepower on the platinum level, but you won't get as good of gas mileage. So if you're after gas mileage, which I imagine most people buying this car would be, definitely go for this limited trim level. But anyway, it's pretty straightforward looking at the engine bay here. So let's hop into the interior and check it out. All right, so just hopped in here, and off the bat, there's nothing too luxurious besides this giant, wonderful screen, but we'll get into that in a second. It's just plain flat, pretty much all around. You do have leather seats, which is a nice touch. Just, you know, black stitching. We do have a little bit of color here. It's a little white silver trim piece that goes along these power seats. You get power seats to the passenger and to the driver's side, which is a two-way memory seat. Pretty straightforward, pretty cool stuff. But looking at the sunroof here, giant panoramic roof. Your passengers actually get it a little better because they have way more space. You don't get this giant B-pillar here, but that is, of course, for safety reasons. But nonetheless, very, very awesome. And it's quite fast. I mean, look at that. Really, really cool. Now, what's even cooler is this rear view mirror is the clearest mirror I've ever seen in a car. I don't know what kind of magic that they put in there, but I can see everybody's faces every time I cut them off. So it's pretty freaking cool. Now, moving down to the infotainment system, we are looking at a 12.3-inch Android Auto and Apple CarPlay compatible screen. Of course, it is wireless. This is 2023, so we're gonna get those modern day features. Of course, Apple CarPlay, very, very easy to use. And if we want to navigate to our Toyota menu to see our navigation, the radio, Carfax, settings, just a few click of the buttons and we are there. So let's go back to CarPlay. Now, moving down, we do have this volume knob, which is very interesting. It's placed smack dab in the center with nothing else around. I guess to kind of keep things, you know, simple. And I haven't decided if I love it or hate it, but I think I do like it. But I do like these buttons right here to control your climate control. You push them like you would in a plane, and I love the feel that that brings. It's kind of exciting. I mean, this is a luxury car, so I expect to see luxury features, right? But these little touches right here are just super, super cool. Creme de la creme. Now, moving down here, we do have a wireless charger for your phone. Plop it right there. And unlike the Hondas that we have test driven, the charger isn't flat because those will kind of move around. If you go through a turn, your phone's gonna fly off there. Toyota has done it differently. There's a little piece of plastic that will sandwich your phone in there and keep you nice and secure. Very cool feature. Now, this button here is a 360-degree camera button to see kind of what's around you, and I absolutely love that. Now, this brings us into our reverse camera, which is crystal clear, and you have a projected path for when you're reversing. And you, on the left side, you have, again, your 360 view. Now, this is really important for cars that are larger. So this car, I think, would do fine without this feature, but I'm super glad it has it because it makes parking very easy. But for something like, you know, the Tundra, that is a must to have this kind of feature in there because that's a big car. So super cool that it's in this car. But moving down, the shift knob is, you know, unique. It's stubby and small, and it took a little bit of getting used to, but after I got the hang of it, I really like it. We have our drive mode selector switch, our e-brake, electric mode, which will give you electric power up until around 20 miles an hour. Super smooth driving. Of course, you have your traction control button, 2 cup holders, 2 USB-Cs. Guys, this is 2023, so we're getting all the new features. And of course, your 2-way center console, perfect for your passengers grabbing anything that they need. Of course, this piece comes out, and we do have a USB-A charger in there, as well as our 12-volt battery, and I can't seem to put this thing back in there, so we're just gonna leave it like that. All right, so looking at the steering wheel, it's pretty straightforward, nice and simple. Of course, we do have a heated wheel. Love that feature. And of course, our seats are heated and ventilated as well, with our two-way memory buttons right here for your driver's side and your passenger side. Very nice. Luxury features, guys. What's not so luxury is this digital instrument cluster. I love just the analog style because you get in your car, you kind of want to go somewhere immediately. You got to wait for all these screens to kind of pop up. I'm not the biggest fan, but this is 2023. They're moving on to, you know, electric, futuristic style. So if you're into that, this is the car for you. But other than that, pretty straightforward. You do have a high beam auto button right there. I love how they put it there instead of on the wheel, just to keep things clean. Very easy to access. And that's pretty much it for this front interior here. So let's hop in the back and see what we got. All right, guys, so I want to tell you the best feature right off the bat. So heated seats back here. How often do you get heated seats in a sedan? That's pretty awesome. Anyway, we do have our lights up here. This is white. Sorry, amber is a thing of the past. We have our white lights. We also have a cutout here for our taller passengers to give them the illusion that they have more room, which is super cool. It doesn't really affect me too much, but my tall passengers have enjoyed that feature. Now, we do have our center armrest with this little grate, with this little piece of trim to protect you from the elements, I suppose. Not quite sure what this is supposed to be for, but maybe to protect your carpeted cup holders. Anyway, pretty straightforward. Loving the seats. My coworker, Dustin, my videographer, isn't the biggest fan of these seats. Not sure why, because I really am quite comfortable. Maybe if this was moved back an inch, maybe half inch, it would be more comfortable, but it's different than other cars in that the headrest is just a lot lower. It will straddle your neck. So that's one thing to just keep in mind. Now, we do have, of course, our vents back here, 2 vents for your passengers. This is Arizona. It does get very hot, so it's important. We do have some breezes going on back here, and we also have 2 USB charging ports. So that's pretty much it for the back. Flat black everywhere. Plain door panels, but I mean, the heated seats are awesome, and I would say definitely make up for it. So I would have no problem just kind of chilling in this, going on long road trips. But keep that in mind that the seats are not for everybody, so go try it out for yourself. With that said, let's hop in and take this for a test drive. All right, guys, so taking off, let's do this. Now, real quick, this is a hybrid, right? So we no longer have the RPM gauge, we have what we call the power gauge. So it looks like your typical RPM gauge, but it's going to say eco, charge, and like power. So you're going to get a power output instead of seeing those RPMs go up and down. Of course, this is mated to a CVT, so we're gonna have those simulated shifts. And I was really excited to see how this car compares to the Hondas that we've been driving. And I hate to say this, Toyota, I'm sorry, it's not quite as smooth. With the Hondas, you have that automatic 25 miles an hour electric, and then once you reach over 25 miles an hour, the gas-powered engine kicks in. With this car, there's a button for that, but when you're not just regularly driving, you're just gonna have a mixture of both electric and naturally aspirated. So, sorry, I hate to say it, Honda takes the cake for smoothness. But let's give it some gas going on this on-ramp here, sport mode. Oh, we're not going anywhere. 60 miles an hour. All right, guys, so based on that pull, this car isn't the fastest. This car is definitely not for someone who likes to put the pedal to the metal, so it's not really designed for my demographic. I imagine the people buying this car don't really buy the car for, you know, the speed, the power. They're looking to get good gas mileage. They're looking to get Toyota reliability, and they're looking for kind of just a great daily driver, a nice full-size sedan that's kind of been, you know, reimagined with a different body shape and, you know, interesting design. All right, guys, so the safety features on this car are pretty awesome. So they're way more aggressive than, I'd say, maybe the Honda Accord or the Honda CR-V. It's not afraid to bump you back in your lane if you're going, you know, a little bit outside or kind of driving a little weird. It will definitely take control. which is super cool. And also my foot is off the accelerator and it is slowing down. So that's another driving assist feature, which is really cool because it uses the front sensors on the grille to determine how much force it needs to take to stop the vehicle. Really, really cool and easy. And also I'm now close to these cars. My 360-degree camera has just popped up just to give me some convenience of what's around me, what I need to look out for. Very, very convenient. However, sometimes if I'm looking at my map or I'm looking at my music and I get too close to something, it will completely override what I'm doing and the cameras will pop on. So it is convenient, but it's not perfect. You kind of have to exit out of it, but whatever. I have to admit, I am quite comfortable in these seats. A long road trip doesn't sound half bad driving this thing. And I do like the sport modes. I am totally fine driving this in eco. It's not too sluggish compared to other cars out there on the market, like the CR-V, but it's pretty smooth. The sport drive mode is very responsive. I know my little brother who loves to go fast would definitely be driving in the sport mode. So all around these modes are comfortable and great daily driving. The 2023 Toyota Crown Limited is a very unique car that has been turning heads everywhere we've taken it. The MPG for a full-size sedan like this is solid and the car is visually pleasing. It will last forever and has great user-friendly controls, but I wish it just had a bit more character when driving it. Personally, it was just a little lackluster for myself. I love weird and unique cars, so I'm a fan of the shape and look of this Crown, but driving it didn't really meet my expectations. All right, we did have a great time with this car, but ultimately everything we've said is subjective, so we would recommend you go to your local Toyota dealership and try it out for yourselves. All right guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. We appreciate your support, so thank you guys for watching. Please hit that like, comment, and subscribe button, and let us know your thoughts down below on the Toyota Crown. My name is Luke, and remember, if you want to collect your car of your own, check out our website at classiccars.com, which is our online marketplace with over 30,000 listings live on the site. And also be sure to check out Auto Hunter, which is our 7-day online auction. Again, y'all, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.